I'm Ginger Houston Ludlam. I am the person who brought GiGi Prep to the Annapolis Playhouse, and I was kind of in charge of putting the program together from all kinds of disparate pieces of curriculum available through GiGi's Playhouse. And this is one of my collaborators, Miss Michelle Johnson, who is an incredible artist and who really added so much depth and wonderful stuff to the program as a collaboration, a collaborative effort between the two of us. So a couple of things. I think the thing that I just love the most about what you added to the program was GiGi's Butterfly Cafe. So can you talk a little bit about kind of where that all came from and how it blossomed as we actually ran through and did the program?
What a great question, Ginger. And collaboration was the word for what we have experienced here together. So would you like to collaborate again, because we began GiGi Prep with team building? Mm-hmm. So want to repeat with me?
Of course.
Okay, so I am a superhero.
Butterfly. Warrior.
And now we're going to affirm one another. You are superhero, butterfly, warrior. This is obviously not the first time we've done that together.
Right.
Thank you for that.
Absolutely.
The concept of superhero, butterfly, warrior came to me in 2016, and here we are 5 years later in 2021, and it was the perfect complement to what was happening in the GiGi Prep communication segment, where you had a point of sale concept for a cafe. Mm-hmm. So GiGi's Cafe, GiGi's Butterfly Cafe. Between the participants and ourselves, it has morphed into this beautiful, and I just walked in the room next door. They're practicing for our program this evening, and I got hosted by CJ, who said, welcome to GiGi's Butterfly Cafe. So after 10 weeks, it is part of each of us.
Absolutely. And so one of the things I think that was really useful for the participants was just practicing that introduction, because you use it everywhere, not only as part of an interview, but you use it in everyday life. And I think that was something that was really important for them to be able to be comfortable introducing themselves. And so weaving that through every week, so that was something I think that you did that was just really valuable for them in particular.
We all grew in comfort with that, and it became easier with the practice. I agree completely.
Absolutely. So now everybody's walking up. Hi, I'm whatever. Welcome to GiGi's Butterfly Cafe.
And what's so fun is when we see butterflies, basically from this time forward, it'll bring back memories of a really good, important, and team building.
Absolutely.
10 weeks we've had together.
Absolutely. So just overall, tell me, your observations in addition to all of the practices, interviewing and introducing oneself and that sort of thing. What do you think is the biggest takeaway from the whole GiGi's Butterfly Cafe concept?
Clear communication is not easy.
No.
I see it everywhere.
Mm-hmm. No, it's not unique to this population. And I think a lot of times, because we're so into the whole, speech therapy world, we think that that's unique, but you're absolutely right. A lot of people struggle with clarity of speech and clarity of communication, the content of the communication.
Simplifying and getting clear was really helpful, because most of us could cut what we say in half. Mm-hmm. And cut it in half again.
Yes.
And then go for the essence of what GiGi's Butterfly Cafe morphed into, which was leaving feeling good while you were there, feeling good about what you could deliver, either as a customer at GiGi's or as one of the workers in GiGi's. And that became our focus. So we had the professionalism of introducing ourselves and communicating clearly, but the big component was team building. Mm-hmm. So nobody flew without a net. I don't know that we want to say butterfly.
Right?
Net.
Oh no! Don't tell the butterflies.
Oh no!
And actually, the listening part of the communication piece, we really did focus on what is the main point and summarizing. And so the listening half was also kind of a complement to the speaking piece of, speaking clearly the message, but when someone's speaking to you, to hear clearly what is the message. So
agreed.
One of the things we talked about in the listening side was empathy. And I know that that's one of the things that you really talked about in terms of, being part of that team in Gigi's Butterfly Cafe. So tell me what you think was the big takeaway from that aspect.
Sometimes we feel very comfortable in our ability to communicate, and other times when people ask us our name, we're kind of like, So the empathy for others comes from your own empathy for yourself. And when we see ourselves struggling or others struggling, you can relax into, we did here, we learned to support one another.
Exactly. And give people space to kind of struggle with something, and it's okay. Not everybody gets it right the first time. So we'll do it and do the best we can now, and the next time we'll do it a little better.
Agreed. Or move on. This isn't working now.
Right. Let's try another solution.
The way we said it or presented it didn't resonate with anyone. We tried it a second time, didn't resonate. Third time, okay, let's try another. Right.
We need another approach. Yeah,
flexibility in what we think should be happening and what actually is happening.
Agreed.
And lots of laughs.
Oh, yes.
We giggled and we danced. Dancing, maybe that should just be a national human experience.
I agree.
Every 45 minutes we just stop and dance. That was had us giggling.
Absolutely. No, I agree. And fun. I think it was fantastic. The whole little self-affirming butterfly, that was awesome. So not only was it a self-affirmation, but it was, affirming everybody else as well. And I think that was really.
And the butterfly, egg, caterpillar, chrysalis, and full blown.
Yep.
Sometimes you are feeling wide open and colorful and ready, and other times you're, let me just be here.
Exactly.
And recognizing those stages, and the emerging is the fifth, and we're always emerging. We're emerging into our next ability. We're emerging into our next understanding.
Absolutely. So. And sometimes you kind of have to go back to square one in terms of how well you do it. Okay, so I may have accomplished this, but now I want to take on something new, and okay, I'm not so familiar with that, and so I kind of have to go back into that egg kind of stage.
We learn to hold space for one another.
Which I think was really
We weren't
important.
expecting all of us to be firing on all cylinders.
Absolutely.
And that's important.
Absolutely. No, I agree.
Yeah.
Yep. So anyway, well, thank you so much for all of your help and all of your fantastic ideas. I really think it really brought the whole program largely to life. So I think.
And now the cafe today is coming to life.
That's right. So our graduation, our graduation ceremony is actually the opening, the grand opening of Gigi's Butterfly Cafe, and we've invited all the volunteers and all the parents and all of our participants who have been practicing all of the different positions at the Gigi's Butterfly Cafe are going to serve all of the people who know them and love them, and then we'll have our final graduation ceremony and demonstrate introducing ourselves, demonstrate their vision board, which was another part of the program, where we talked about goal setting, and so these are their visions for the next 5 to 10 years of their life, and so I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a lovely graduation ceremony. So thank you for all of the things that you do.
Thank you, Ginger. It's been my pleasure.
Okay.